Cole here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, and I'm going to be talking to you about Witherfall's brand new album, Curse of Autumn, out on March 5th, 2021 via Century Media Records. Man, oh man, Witherfall are unstoppable at the moment. The dark, melodic, heavy metal juggernaut from LA, blazing new trails, weaving new tales on this spectacular new album. It's a short touch of folksy melody that kicks into a dark metal sound, welcoming all to the Curse of Autumn, before Witherfall then expertly transition into the first of their many epics. Get used to hearing that word. I'll try and not say it too much during this review, but epic comes up a lot. The last scar, beginning with urgency, the racing, rollicking guitars alongside a frantic, very, very fast-paced drum beat, powerful and demanding vocals playing off the tempo, and it all culminates in a massive chorus that has a ton of sing-along quality about it. You know, when I heard this song, I was on a tube train, and instantly I was like, shit, I really want to start singing this. No go though. Suitably warmed up at this stage as well. As I Lie Awake is where the step really increases, and Witherfall really start to lean into that larger-than-life reputation. An exciting slice of melodic metal with another chorus. Again, it just slays. Then Another Face is the first example of the band taking their foot off the gas, so to speak, momentarily as well, for a more mournful melody. Then, of course, they bite, and they bite bloody hard. The fire bursting into life simply as if someone chucked a case of gasoline on it. The two contrasting styles do battle in like harmonious fashion. Super, super epic. Speaking of which, Tempest is Witherfall at their most elaborately detailed and, dare I say, most refined, where the darkness of their sound seeps through, infecting the heavier end of their spectrum until it feels like that's all that's left. Dark heavy metal that might not necessarily leave a good feeling in the pit of the stomach, but more than delivers in their head-banging intensity way. It's then time for a little bit of a breather with the title track, 90 seconds of mellow folk-like melody that turns out still to be pretty effective. The word there is pretty, which isn't something that can be applied to the frenzied instrumental noise monger that is the unyielding grip of each passing day. I like the contrast between these, going for that short melodic folk prettiness to something that is just very, very heavy, very, very fast, very, very noisy. The vocals are back then for another frantic effort in the form of The Other Side of Fear, an apt title as it takes on the rhythm that's akin to almost panic-like, as though desperation is setting in because imagine something is chasing and you know should it catch up with you, things aren't going to go particularly well. But after that, relax, take a breath, and enjoy the comforting mellow combo of plucking guitar, strings, and sweet vocals that is the first half of The River, a track that has a lot of personal thoughts in regards to Witherfall.
Alone and forgotten, and waiting on the answers from Father Time.
Of course, it's got a much meatier second half, dominated by a very, very strong and crushing guitar solo and some proper soaring vocals, which leads us to the finale, sort of. I mean, it's not the last track, but it is very much a finale. It's a gargantuan one as well, called And They All Blew Away. 15 plus minutes, a 15 plus minute effort that is Witherfall at their grandest, most lavish, most intense and progressive, but also the most challenging, perhaps a bit too much to take in at first. It's a track that needs multiple listens. There's so many intricacies that can be heard and appreciated. You're gonna have to give it many, many goes to really take all of that in. And even then, after so many goes round, there's still so much more to take away from it. Some simply that it's got a solid headbanging rhythm that at times can be as attractive as it can be nasty. It's the track, realistically, that's going to cause the most discussion and most dissection amongst Witherfall fans, which does kind of make the actual outro of an acoustic version of Boston, the band Boston's Long Time, a little bit of a come down, so to speak. And when I say come down, it's more the fact that it's still an excellently chilled out listen, but it's just a bit like after that 15-minute epic, it's like, oh, okay. I ended up thinking of it like having a hefty workout, and Long Time, the acoustic cover of Long Time, is the rub down after that workout. Still nice, still part and parcel of the process, but maybe not as exciting. Overall though, this album, I reckon it's the crown and glory of their career. It's a statement that people will argue with, of course they will. Any review has differentiating views. But in this front, I think this might be the best thing Witherfall have done. There's so much going on it. It's an absolutely humongous album with the 15-minute track alone, enough to cause conversations amongst fan bases, let alone the discussion about whether or not this is their best work. I love it. I love it. It's got everything I enjoy in it, from the lavish, grandiose style, bombastic beats, heaviness, down brutal at times, fast-paced tempos, melodies, folk edges to everything, or most of everything in it as well. It's varied as hell. But let me know what you think of it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhblofficial, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?